was really a good question, and it probably leads me into the first thing that I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about today. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Best day to join the Patreon is the first of the month. If you're one of the people that got one of the $24,000 that I had allocated for y'all over the last Sunday, make sure you send the information in your email, and on Monday or Tuesday, we'll be sending out checks. All right? We'll be sending out checks. It's a great time to be alive. But even now, every month, my goal is to go broke. Every month, my goal is to go broke. And the best thing that could have ever happened to me in my life is to go broke early in my life. 26 years old, daughter born in 2008, February 2008. And it was a rough time. It was a very, very, very rough time in my life because it's nothing like getting it and losing it. I'm telling you, it's nothing like getting a whole bunch of money and then losing it. It is a humbling. And when I say humbling, I say humbling experience. To be making over $100,000 a year as a young guy in his early 20s, married, and then you finally get your chick pregnant and you are very intentional, and then you fumble the bag and then you go broke because you didn't anticipate the economy crashing at the time that it crashed. And then you got to be so humble to where you give, I had a Trailblazer SS, the black truck, the dope one. I had a Trailblazer SS. I think I had a Pontiac Grand Prix. I had a bunch of cars, all American. I was an American guy, all American, repossessed, for real. And so when you talk about broken and you got a newborn baby in your hands, and then you also got a wife that basically you forced to continue to quit her job. I forced her to quit her job because the agreement that we had with each other was that once my daughter was born, until she was old enough to go to school full time, that she was going to be a full-time mother. So I had to sell that dream. I knew I had the work ethic to go along with it, but I had to sell that dream because she had to really, really believe in the man that presented her the work ethic and the mindset and everything that I had told her. See, it's easy for a woman to hold you down when you already got it. It's easy for a woman to hold you down when you get it. Now, one of the benefits that came along with having a wife that I had selected was that I had known her since high school. Not had been with her, wasn't in a relationship with her, but I had known her since high school. And so, the ride was fun and it was having a good time. But then when you go broke, hey, somebody get rid of Edna Lofton. We don't do any old clothes. Cotton stocking, head wrapping, hood rats named Edna. Any chick named Edna was born before 1964. That's a fact, though. Any chick named Edna was born before 1964. Y'all get Edna on up out of here. They had to subscribe in order to say that, and we never gonna even know what their comment was in the first place because it's gonna disappear forever. Shout out to Edna. Tell Mabel I said what up, though. Tell Mabel I said, hey, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be in the nursing home soon because your kids don't love you, but we gonna continue with the show. But one of the benefits of going broke early was that it humbled me. And in that humility, it taught me a lesson that I am going to convey over to you guys today. Y'all a mess. Y'all a mess. That I am going to convey over to you guys today. See, the difference is that, and what Edna doesn't understand is that I talk based off of my own life experiences, not based off of YouTube talking points or what somebody else you read out of a book or some kind of thing that you can't even implement in your own life, and then you trying to give somebody else an advice. That's not what my story is. My story is a real life story. And so Yes, Mr. Lot. Shout out to Dolores, Mabel, Ethel, and Etna. Shout out to her. And so my story is a real one that you can then lean into in order to learn from your own life experiences. But what it taught me was that you can stay down for an extended period of time in order to be able to get to the bag. Because once I got to the bag and once I technically had got back on my feet, I didn't feel the need to spend money. I just wanted to continue to invest and stack. That's my goal. Invest, stack, put it back into the businesses, put it back into the resources, continue to, pour more money into your brokerage account, into the investments that then manifested itself. You pull that out, you put it in the real estate. You make sure that you got your real estate in a trust, right? And then I learned and I continue to live, and I took all of the principles of having that first student work study job inside of the library, and all of those books that I was reading. Now I had the ability to be able to implement it, as long as I made sure that my lifestyle didn't go back to the thing that I had fell off from the first time, right? And so here's the thing. This is the reason why it's important to go broke every single month, right? Meaning that you don't need cash. All you need to be is liquid. And the cash is the very thing that keep you guys handcuffed and going broke, because money in cash does not allow for you to continue to leverage it in order to make more money. As a matter of fact, it loses its value based off of inflation, meaning that the value of money continues to go down, and the more that you have just sitting there, the broker you then become, because the value of a dollar is not the same as it was in yesteryear. Think about it. The price of a movie ticket is much different in 1990 than it is in 2023. The value of a dollar continues to go down every single year. And so my goal is to basically go broke. Now, going broke is a mindset, not a mindset based off of duress, but a mindset based off of projecting what it is that I want long term. All of the things that I work towards is all in a 10-year view. It's not a 3-year view. It's not a 5-year view. It's a 10-year view. And the reason that is because I'm working towards, and it does not mean that you can't have fun. It doesn't mean that you can't be great. It doesn't. Listen, what we found when I went broke was that the things that was more meaningful was the time that you were spending doing the things that cost nothing. We started figuring out how to have picnics. We would drive around and go into different neighborhoods and look at all of the big houses and dream about where it was that we was going to be 10 years from now after we had stayed down for an extended period of time. We started spending more time with family, and I spent more time in the basement grinding and hustling and going to get it. You start playing games. You start figuring out that board games is actually fun. We played a lot of Monopoly, Connect Four, right? Start doing the exercise and running together. Somehow you start losing a lot of weight when you ain't got no money all of a sudden. It doesn't mean that you can't have fun, but it means that you need to spend more time going broke. Going broke means that you need to live off the minimum that you can live off of, while also deploying the majority of your resources, especially early in your journey, into the things that ultimately is going to pay off long term. There is no shortcut for success. There is no course that you can buy. There is no finesse that you can make. Yes, there are new nuances to it. If you want to be able to build a successful business, you got to either be able to provide a service that people value, or you got to sell a product that solves a problem that ultimately can make you rich. But also building a business is making sure that you leverage the tax code in order to not pay more in taxes than you need to. Also, you need to go in and educate yourself. The biggest investment that you can make is into yourself. That way you get a bigger shovel. When I tell you to go to school, minimize the amount that you pay in student loans, maybe go into community college, and then transfer over into a major university, and then go into a STEM field or a field that actually will pay off long term instead of something that's just based off of your purpose. My purpose is to get rich. I'm not defined by the position that I make. And most people never get money, or they never become incredibly successful, or have that nest egg long term, or have resources or assets that then continue to take care of you for the rest of your life, because they don't have the endurance. See, getting money is easy. Getting to the bag is easy. Getting rich is easy. Having the endurance to do so is the hard part. A lot of y'all know how to get to a bag. Most people that make 6 figures is living paycheck to paycheck. Meaning that a lot of y'all out here are getting that money, but you don't know how to leverage it properly, or you don't have the discipline to stick with it long enough to actually let it pay off for you. So you invest in a stock, and that stock don't necessarily do anything for the first year, and then all of a sudden you want to start day trading because you got to speed up the process, or I feel like I'm so behind. I don't know how many people that I've coached or I've talked to on the phone that every last one of them, whether they was 18 or 54, said that they felt like they were behind. If you stick with it for the next 5 to 10 years and it goes by like this, it's not about being rich, kinder. It's about being comfortable. And I'm telling you that most people are going to work until they die, and you cannot be. I'm not okay with you saying that you okay with that. I'm not okay with you saying that you're not okay with that. I'm not asking you, kinder, to work 70 hours. I advocate for my guys to put in them 10 to 12-hour days at least, because I don't believe in just putting in 40 hours and just being comfortable. But I'm not okay with the majority of people having less than $50,000 inside of their retirement account when they decide that they don't want to work anymore, and they 69 and a half, they 59 and a half, they 55-year-old, and they tired, boss. And in order for them to continue to live their life, they got to depend on the federal government in order to survive. I don't want that for you. Listen, you ain't got to be rich. And I'm absolutely in favor of you getting rich, because I know that the majority of the world can't be rich. But as of this live stream right now, there's over 1,700 people in this live stream. And you know what they're going to tell me? You know what they're going to say? Well, Anton, everybody can't be a millionaire. What if I told you, statistically speaking, that every single day there's over 1,700 new millionaires inside of the United States of America? I'm not advocating for everybody, but if I can advocate for the more than 1,700 people that's in this live stream, considering that every single day more than 1,700 people become millionaires, why can't I try to encourage you to do so? And why can't I then give you the sauce, the game, the insight, the understanding, and then the wherewithal and the mindset to then continue to plow into doing what it is that I'm advocating for you to do? Why not you? Why do we got to, if somebody else can do it? That was always my mindset. If he can do it, I know that I can do it. And I'm not, again, if that's the life that you want to live, but I don't want you sitting here talking about I'm broke at 70 when you could have made different decisions, because it's not that most people don't make enough money to do so. It's two things. A, they're not disciplined enough in order to make sure that they minimize the amount of money that they spend in order to keep up with the Jones and their lifestyle. And then B, they don't have the endurance to last long enough to actually get to the millionaire status. And everybody want a shortcut. And everybody want to get there fast. That's how you had a lot of people taking out PPP loans. That's how, listen, most business owners have failed businesses in some capacity or another. It's not that they were smarter than everybody else. It was that they continued to work, and even when they failed forward, and they took the learned lessons and they applied it to the next business. It's an endurance race. Even the scriptures itself says it's not given to the swift, it's given to he who endureth to the end. The race isn't given to the swift, it's given to he who endureth to the end. So whatever it is that your business idea is, I had a bunch of people pitching me their businesses last Sunday. The main thing that I wanted to say to them wasn't whether or not I thought that their business was a good idea or not, because very rarely did I turn down anybody. I took pitches for over 6 hours, and then I gave out over $21,000 in order to make sure that you got your business started, meaning that I wanted you to vet out the idea to determine whether or not it makes sense. If you're trying to get into the restaurant business, well, the $2,000 that I gave you is not going to be enough for you to be able to get started. It's not going to be enough for you to actually open up the restaurant. But what it will do is it'll allow for you to do a pop-up shop, and it'll ease the burden, and it'll give you some continued encouragement to not only take my $2,000, but take your $2,000 and invest in yourself. So then you can get your friends and family. You can develop your concept. You can continue to put out your dinners. You can do a pop-up shop, and then you can hopefully rent it out for the day from a restaurant that a restaurant owner may not even necessarily be running on that day. They may not be running on a Saturday. They may not be running on a Sunday. They may be closed on a Monday. You can use their kitchen, or you can leverage somebody's kitchen in order to do a quick pop-up shop that will allow for you to vet out whether or not this is the thing that you want to do. It's to help you vet out the business idea and get it started. I didn't tell you you was going to be able to open the entire business for $2,000 that I'm giving you, but I'm telling you that I believe in you, and I'm trying to give you the encouragement to go forth and be fruitful, multiply, learn the life lessons, and then one day maybe you'll become incredibly successful, and then you'll be able to pay it forward and give more good information and more good insight out to people based off of your own life experiences. I'm doing this because I believe in you, but in order to do so, you got to change the way that you think. You don't have to be anybody's punching bag. You don't have to be just regular if you don't want to. If you do, then it's because you chose to. And your actions is going to be reflections of how it is that you see things. That's why it says faith without works is dead, because you can say you believe in anything, but until you actually put the effort forth, how do we know that you even really believe? How do we know that you even really believe? Listen, they keep telling you to just have faith. Hold on, have the faith of a mustard seed. But they didn't add in the rest of the context of the word. The word says faith without works is dead. It doesn't even get off the ground. Dead as a doorknob. It doesn't mean anything. I know a lot of faith leaders that died broke. As a matter of fact, I get faith leaders all the time sending me an email saying, Anton, I believed all this time and God didn't deliver me. It doesn't matter the business. The first thing that you have to do is change your mindset. Second thing that you have to do is make sure that you make up in your mind that it's going to be a long-term journey, not a short-term cycle. Third thing that you have to do is you have to lower your lifestyle. Fourth thing that you have to do is stop caring about what everybody else think about you, because they're going to laugh at you. And they're going to say, why you ain't coming out here with us? And why you ain't taking this trip? And why you ain't getting that on Klarna and Afterpay? And why you ain't financing? And yes, it's okay. Credit is good. And you can use the gamification in order to buy things that you don't need to impress people you don't care about. And when you get that raise and you finally get above six figures, you're going to be tempted to go and get that BMW. But let me tell you something. I lived for free until 2017. I lived for free and I was thriving, driving, and getting a huge bag. And until my father passed away as the maintenance man for the facility of the place that I wound up staying at 2 doors down from him and my mother in order to make sure that she was taken care of, I was not in any way, shape, form interested in spending no money on a house that my daughter was comfortable being in and she didn't know no better anyway. It's an endurance race. It's not about what people think about you. I am the one that's going to jump out there. And when you see me and you see these videos drop on my channels every single day on the other channel, and you see me out in these streets, it's people that walk past me. They be looking at me like, oh, he's so weird for recording out here. Man, I don't care nothing about what these people think. I am cooking. I be talking loud. I be unruly. I be getting my thoughts out, and it be a fire video. And when I drop it, the people in the comments be like, yeah, I resonate with that. I'm not doing it for them that's walking down the street looking at me getting the money. You think I'm self-conscious? I see people in my comments all the time. They say, I don't know how Anton is able to walk down the street and not care about what people think. Man, I don't care about what people think about me. I care about the results. I don't see them. They're props in my videos. I am focused on one thing and one thing only. I'm focused on being successful. I don't care who, what, when, where, why, and how is standing in my way. I don't care who's watching me. I don't care who's embarrassed. I don't care who feels some type of way. I don't care if you think that I should be driving something different. I'm going to stay in my lane until I'm ready to really bust out. But when I'm ready to break out, I'm going to break out. I'm the main person that get on a train or get on a bus. Right here, right outside my office. It's a bus stop and a train station right outside of my office. I don't feel like driving. I'm not driving downtown in order to go and find some more parking and pay some additional monies for that. I'm not doing that. I jump on the train, I get on my phone, and while everybody else be cussing each other out and cussing and being unruly and rapping their lyrics and stuff, I'm going to get on my vlog and vlog. But I'm the weird one because I'm the only person that's creating content that's valuable that I can then drop and then make money as a result of. But you over there feeling weirded because you was rapping your lyrics and now I'm crazy because I'm vlogging in public. And I don't care nothing about what these people think. I can afford to jump in my Porsche or my Mercedes or whatever other car that I have, but I choose to get on the bus and then vlog. You have to not care about anything or what anybody else says. You work. You work. You limit what it is that you spending on your lifestyle. All of the stuff that you're going to buy to impress other people is going to be outdated and ain't nobody going to care anyway. Lower your lifestyle. Deploy the overwhelming majority of your assets into the things that's going to add value. If you can, without even getting laid off, if you can save additional monies and you can move into your parents' basement, do it. Because we only care about our net worth, not the perception of success. That's for you. For us is the net worth. The key to becoming rich is to go broke. It's to have a mindset that you don't care about what other people think until you can do what it is that you want to do. Then that's when you break out. That's the goal. My goal every single month, no matter how much money I make, I'm going to deploy all of my resources back into assets and building things that ultimately is going to add value into my life. I want to go broke every month. Every month I'm searching. I'm searching for a new property to buy. I'm searching for some land. I'm searching for a new investment. I'm searching how to pour into y'all. That was a part of the budget to give y'all $21,000 last Sunday, and then I'm going to deploy that on Tuesday coming up. My every goal is to die empty and then deploy every resource into making more money. That's the goal.